What's going on, everybody? Kyle here, and my helper, Rock, my little buddy. I want to talk about a couple things that drive me nuts when it comes to pistol mounted red dots. One is window size, and then using your front sight to find your dot. Both, in my opinion, are a myth and BS. Here's why. I'm going to start with the window size. When it comes to window size, people who like window size like it for the field of view. What field of view is when running a pistol mounted red dot is everything your eyes can see. You're not running a carbine where the dot's right here, you're running it way out here. So therefore, everything my eyes see in my field of view is the same as if the pistol's in front of my face or if there's nothing in front of my face. My field of view doesn't change. If you are target focused, your field of view is everything your eyes see. If you're dot focused, then yes, that big window will make a big difference. But you shouldn't be dot focused when running a dot. You should be target focused. That's the point. It is a single focal plane shooting system. So to correct that, one thing I do is I take a piece of tape and I place it over the front of the optic window. Why do I do that? Because it lets people see when they are actually dot focusing. Because you can be dot focusing and think that you're actually target focusing when in reality you're not. And that piece of tape, when you present the gun out and you see that dot, on all you see is the tape and the dot, that shows you that you are dot focusing and not target focusing. If you see the target, the tape, and the dot, then you are target focused. You should still be able to make good hits with the front of that window covered. If you are target focused, you just superimpose that dot where you want the bullet to go. Now, when it comes to finding your dot with the front sight, same concept. One way to correct that is to put a piece of tape over that. Why do I think that is some of the worst, if not the worst, advice you can give somebody who is running a red dot? Well, it's simple. Red dot is, like I said, a single focal plane shooting system or sighting system. If you're using your front sight, you might as well use your rear sight and just run irons at that point, because all you're doing is slowing yourself down and giving yourself bad habits. The bad habits you're doing is, one, using your front sight again, which is okay if you're running iron sights, but when running a dot, you don't want to use your front sight. You want to use your dot. So if you're going to run your front sight, like I said, you should take the dot off and just run your rear sight, because you're going to be just as fast. Now, if you run that dot correctly and you stay target focused, then it won't matter. And my son's over here got a smirk on his face. But anyways, with single focal plane shooting, running a pistol mounted red dot, you shouldn't use your front sight, because all you're doing is slowing yourself down and creating bad habits that you'll have to correct later on. Now, I know somebody out there is going to say, well, it's just letting them get their muscle memory, proprioceptive, neural pathways, whatever fancy words you want to use. In reality, it's just BS, and it's a lazy person's method. That's all there is to it. Now, that's my opinion. That's all there really is to it. If you stay threat focused and use single focal plane shooting like the dot is designed to be used as, window size won't matter, and you shouldn't be using your sights except for backup sights when running a pistol mounted red dot. And back to window size, because I know someone's going to bring this up, and that is, well, competitive shooter so-and-so uses Optic X with really big window. Well, that's cool. Explain to me the benefits of the bigger window versus the smaller window. The only benefits I could see is during fast transitions or high rates of fire when the gun's moving up really, really, really fast, and the big window allows for more slot. It allows for more play. So you can be a little bit lazier with a big dot than you can the smaller window. That's the only thing I can see. But when people use field of view as their excuse for the big window, it's not really there. And even when it comes to transitioning, I can transition just as fast with a little dot as I can, or little window as I can with the big one. It doesn't matter. I can bring it in and bam. Because the dot's going to be where I'm looking. If I'm staying target focused and running the dot correctly, you shouldn't even really notice the optic body. However, it'll be there in your peripheral vision, but it shouldn't matter because the dot should be where you're looking. If it's not, then it's probably a grip issue or a dot focus issue. These are my opinions. I'm sure I'm going to get some rude comments. That's cool. You do you. All right, have a good one.